Hello Internet, welcome back to more of our Cataclysm School series. We are cold apparently. In the last episode we cleared out a lot of the ground floor of the school. We have found an upstairs and we're going to go check it out. So that's what we're going to do. We just cleared out a pretty sizable horde. I guess we could peek in the gymnasium first just to check it out, since we've more or less cleared out the horde that was living here. Kiddo, come here. I don't really want you milling about while I'm trying to look at things. Garbage loot. Looks like basketball nets. A backboard, okay. Couple backboards. I don't know what this floor tile would be made of. I guess it's supposed to be rubber. It looks a bit like shingles to me, but maybe that's just me. Alright, so we'll go check out the upstairs. I do think the gym looks cool though. I do want to point that out. I thought when I spotted that when I was just taking a quick glance at the PR for this, I thought it looked pretty neat. Looks like a boardroom of some kind, a meeting room of some kind that has the door partially smashed. They must have gone out the window. Looks like whatever was smashing might have dove out the window there. Maybe they heard us fighting the horde downstairs. I keep grabbing nails. I really don't know why I'm grabbing nails. I don't need nails. This should be a lot safer on this floor because we're not going to be exposed to any hordes on the outside. Self-esteem for dummies. Rule of the road. In the trash bin are some chewy candies. Okay, so we're running out of space at this point. We've picked up a lot of food items. I don't think we ever found a pot, which could be an issue. In fact, we're getting thirsty and peckish. Well, it might be in our best interest to go try and locate source of pot in the kitchen so that we can have access to food and drink, but we can always do that when the nighttime comes, because obviously it will be nighttime before we try to sleep or anything. We can go hungry for a little while. Filing cabinets, cold paper, 9 calories from eating paper. Okay, didn't know that. Corporate accounting ledger. Why would a corporate accounting ledger be in a school? Maybe this is like the administration area. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything that grabs my interest. Looks mostly like files in these cabinets, which makes sense. More bathrooms. Okay. More bathrooms. Okay. This should be, yeah, second floor of the gymnasium. Looks like whatever was here dove out the roof. You know what? Since we're a bit peckish and whatnot, well, we don't have access to drinks is the issue. I was going to say we could eat these potato chips, but we don't want to eat anything that will reduce our quench further. Frozen chocolate bars. Don't chip your teeth. We eat a couple of them, which put us in a good mood, which is nice. Going to continue exploring. See, this hallway is much less dangerous now that we know whatever's out here probably can't see us. Little child zombie. Just nothing really grabbing my interest. He or she has a motorcycle helmet on them, but I'm not gonna try to carry that with us, and I'm not gonna wear, like I said, I don't want to wear filthy clothing until we've sourced some kind of disinfectant. Nothing. I would normally take, what is that? Candy sticks. I swear I looked at this and was like, man, that's a sword in this school, but okay, makes sense that it's probably just candy sticks, I guess. Hello, Zambi. Military rucksack. Oh, would be so good. But I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna wear it for a moment. I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna place it out here in the open so that if we do find disinfectant, I will hopefully spot that. Unfortunately, it just looks like another backpack. Can hear all the zombies on the floor beneath us making noise. Fire source is very good because we didn't have one. I'm going to stop grabbing books. Again, we should be just looking to explore, I think, more than anything. It looks like everything dove out the windows. Here. More first aid books, chocolate candy, a hockey puck. I assume you could throw that as a weapon? I don't know. I didn't know there were stairs on this side. I must have missed them when I was exploring. Classroom, everything broken out. Another hockey mask. Let's check out these books. You know, honestly, I don't really know what I should be doing. Wanted to explore. It looks like it's mostly just sort of repeats of the ground floor, which is fine. You know, a school would be laid out in a sort of cookie cutter way, where most of the rooms would be virtually identical. Still haven't found the nurse's station, which is a bit confusing to me. Sling pack. A simple a simple single sling backpack. Easier to access than a normal backpack, but can't comfortably hold as much. So it's just a backpack, but with like one strap. I don't know what that is. Maybe I'm old. I don't know what a sling pack is. There's another one. Okay. Check these desks a little bit. So that's another thing. I have not found a single drug on these children, which is very different from what it used to be like. I think that that's probably for the best. I just didn't know that that changed. I kind of thought this would be like just finding tons of drugs again. What's a transistor? So, I mean, there's tons of books here. Like The Fletcher's Friend is a very valuable book. I just don't plan to play the characters, so I don't know that we're going to actually need any of these books. I just picked some of them up because, like, they're good books to have. Like, a sewing book is so good to have at the early game. Same with Under the Hood. If you don't have a mechanics book in the early game, it can be pretty miserable trying to work up to, like, I think to just put a curtain on a vehicle requires a 1 in mechanics. So, like, you can't do very much to train the mechanics. Well, whatever. Anyway, football helmet might be better than... So this just covers the head, not the face. So we will wear this as well. Does that block my vision? It doesn't look like it. Okay. So that's pretty cool. What are we... So we're chilly. We're in pain. Probably from fighting, I guess. We're chilly on basically every part of our body. Let's look at our clothes. Basic clothes and the backpack. Football helmet's the only thing on our head. Huge amount of encumbrance as well. So it looks like our arms, mouth, and hands are what is coldest. We haven't found really any clothing for those areas. I would imagine there isn't much clothing in the school outside of what you will find on the corpses. And since we really don't want to wear dirty clothes, we're not going to be doing that. War novel, spy novel. Peanut butter candies. Okay, we'll take those, I guess. Maybe we ought to pick a spot and start like consolidating loot there. Why don't we come over to where we dropped the... Can just hear those zombies tearing up the floor downstairs. Where we dropped the military rucksack, and we will drop some of this stuff that we don't need to carry with us. I forgot we were carrying an extra baseball bat, which is obviously pretty big. And we'll just, you know what, we'll just drop literally everything except for like our tool items. And yeah, that'll do. Check this one out. Just another classroom. Not sure where the nurse's station is. I feel like you put a nurse's station on the ground floor, because you wouldn't make a sick or injured child walk upstairs, would you? What's in here? Little computer room, looks like. Frozen cola. Not a lot of beverages here, and it seems like they're mostly frozen. Man, those zombies are just making a ruckus down there. Okay, let's head up another floor. Super interesting that there's just a giant open hole here for the children to fall through. This might be where those zombies were falling from in the first episode. A lot of books. I mean, I guess we should be taking... None of those interest me. What's a transistor can be valuable? Ooh, a library. A library. Oh, this looks great. So we're going to check this out. Let's sort through these books. Swimming book? Sure. Engineering 301 is beyond our capabilities, but we'll take it. We already have a Computer Science 101. None of those interests me. Pocket Guide to First Aid we don't have. We have the other first aid book. A History of Firefighting. What does this book do? We're going to read this. What does this book do? Bring your fab to 9. With a fab of 7. Lots of recipes. 21. Fire axe. Okay. So basically firefighter gear. That's pretty cool. I don't think I knew that book existed, so that's pretty neat. We would of course take that if we were looting to play the game. Maybe we will play this character. I don't know. I just wanted to check out all the new starts we've gotten, and I thought like, well, we'll just do a quick episode of every, you know, like 2 to 5 episodes of every scenario, starting challenge, so that people have an idea what they're doing. Fletcher's Friend, I don't think we took the one downstairs, so we'll take this one. Home Repair Guide, we'll take... That's the 3rd swimming book we've seen. How many people learn to swim from a book? Chemistry textbook we will take. We already have one of those. Just continue working our way through the library. Do advanced economics. I have no interest in books like that. Historical armor smithing, I assume, has recipes for lots of forge items, so we would take that. Wrestling moves is an unarmed book, which I don't love, but we'll take. Big book of first. We already looked at these. Okay. Magazine, I assume. Nope. More driving book. Already have most of these. Don't care about speaking. More historical. Okay, so we're full up. We'll go back downstairs and we'll dump the books we picked up. Maybe we will play this character. I feel like, you know, I wanted to explore, but I feel like maybe people don't want to watch that. Maybe they do want to watch like a full playthrough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Head back up. Continue sorting through these books. Because, like, if I'm not planning to play the character, then all of this is just pointless, right? If we were just going to look around and not actually play the game, I could have just gone to the PR and looked through it and shown everyone what, you know, what was in the PR. Cooking on a budget. Of course, there's added danger in doing this because there's actually opponents, you know, enemies that are trying to eat my face. So, I don't know. We already pick up a cooking on a budget. We'll grab it. A lot of these succeed in business. Apparently, young people really have an interest in succeeding in business, which is interesting. I think we already have that. Under the Hood, we definitely have. DIY Compendium we'll take. We already have an Engineering 301. First Responder Handbook we'll take. This is not very exciting content. Imperial China Armor. What is a Havamal? The English translation of several Old Norse poems. Poems contain proverbs and stories attributed to the god Odin, many transcribed from oral history. That's pretty cool, but we're not going to take that. Anything else? Survivor's Note. What do you have to say? When it started, we could still hope the man was going to save us. The man will never save you. That is the nature of the man. They don't help. They're out to hurt. So we found a library. Where is this nurse station? They specifically mentioned in the PR that there was a nursing station. Definitely take the battery just because I feel like batteries value has gone way up because now they require recharging. They're not as readily available as they used to be. Umbrella. Ella. Let's take care of this zombie. It's making me nervous. Chocolate bars. Chocolate candies. More books. Not super interested in more books at this point. Why don't we go downstairs and we'll drop the stuff that we picked up and then we'll come back up and continue exploring the floor. Guess we'll take some candy sticks. I imagine pure sugar is probably a fair number of calories. We'll head down here and we'll stock up our pile. Those zombies are still making a ruckus downstairs. Medium battery, anything up here? No, okay. We're not even hurt at this point. We've cleared out quite a few zombies and cleared most of the school, and it really has been no difficulty at all. I don't know if we picked up the beginner's craft book. So it looks like the main reason at this point that you would want to clear a school is the massive number of books that are spawning here. Some are beginner books, some are more advanced books. So this seems like a good place to raid pretty much at any point in your Cataclysm career. As a starting location, it's lacking in some of the key things that I would look for, like the disinfectant. If we find a nurse's station, then great, you know, it'll have it, you know, something I really desire. The availability of the baseball bats makes it highly valuable because they are excellent weapons, and like you've seen with my character, you can really easily make a spiked baseball bat for very little effort and really with no skills whatsoever, and that deals a hefty amount of damage. Far more than any of the spears you would be able to make, and it's not flimsy. So the nail bat seems like an excellent starter weapon. So there's just sinks in the classroom. I guess, you know, I remember being a kid in like science class, and we definitely had sinks in the kitchen. We definitely had sinks in the classroom in those science, like 5th grade science classes. So it's like chemical storage. This is pretty cool. Didn't expect to find chemical storage in an unlocked room in a school, but it looks like it has some basic stuff. What is a vortex device? Small, hefty, boring-looking machine. Its weighted trapezoidal frame has a single on-off switch and a speed dial, and on top of it sits a rubber receptacle. Pressing a test tube into the receptacle would, with power, rapidly shake and mix the contents of the test tube. Surprisingly fun to use. I have no idea what this is. I've never seen such a thing before. Seems like you can get a tiny electric motor out of it, which has some value. But other than that, nothing really interesting. So it looks like this is also maybe a place where you could go to look for chemicals if you weren't ready to take on a lab. All in all, there's a little lack of real food. There's been tons of junk food, which is high calories, but obviously not good for you. So I'm not worried about starving to death. Pair of Heelys. A pair of sneakers with wheels. Currently the wheels are hidden. No thank you. What a stupid invention Heelys are. I can't believe they ever got to be popular. Kids are dumb. So we'll go next door here. Yeah, so I actually think this is like kind of a great place to start the game. The only issue, which we didn't thoroughly check the kitchen, but my only issue would be if we, you know, maybe if the school, if the school wasn't so centrally located, it could be an issue. But given that this house is literally 99%, or this town is literally 99% houses, we can find a pot, no big deal. So we really don't need to worry about that. Let me check my time. We got time. So it looks like kind of a great place to start the game, actually. The availability of weapons, the availability of food and drink have been pretty okay. A little light on the drinks, but not, you know, like it's not nothing. A lot of bags as well, which can be a real issue for a starting character, is finding a container item. So obviously having access to backpacks, we even found a military rucksack immediately. So that's pretty great. It's like more chemical storage, detergent. So a janitor's closet, I guess, is what this is. Hydrogen peroxide. Dilute hydrogen peroxide for use as a disinfectant and for bleaching hair or textiles. Foams a little when in contact with organic matter, but otherwise harmless. So we're definitely going to take this. This is a source of disinfectant. I believe that disinfectant has varying chances of actually successfully disinfecting. Is that true? It would display here. Maybe I'm misremembering. But I do know that hydrogen peroxide in real life is not a very good disinfectant. But we'll take it because I'm sure it works just fine in the game. So now that we have a source of disinfectant, it's okay for us to go and wear the military rucksack, because having it embedded in our wounds and them getting infected is much less dangerous now. We'll take off our backpack. No, let's wear the rucksack first. Now we will drop the backpack. And you'll see we basically like doubled our volume, which is just great. Although I think we're coming to the end of the explorable area of the school. What is this? Computer room. I remember coming to rooms like this to play the Oregon Trail in grade school. We played the Oregon Trail and the Incredible Machine because apparently that, and some servers. Okay. Because apparently that teaches you problem solving or something, or basic engineering. I don't know how it was possibly educational, but watching people die of dysentery repeatedly. Rules of the Road we already have, but I definitely played Oregon Trail in school when I was a child. Also, the Incredible Machine. You remember the Incredible Machine? You would build these stupid, like, Rube Goldberg type devices. Like, your goal would be like, oh, flip on a light switch, and then you'd have to build a series of gears and plungers and all kinds of weird crap to flip the light switch. Why is... It's just an empty tank. Okay. Pliers, pretty great. To find pliers early is great because they have the bolt turning ability. Soldering iron, also valuable, but not nearly as much as the pliers. Another soldering iron. What is all this? Water heater that is empty. Why is the school's water heater empty? Okay. What is this? This is the furnace. These now hold fire, I believe. So if we needed a fire, we could make a fire. What? I assume this is roof access. Why is there a backpack on the roof? Let's check out the roof. Some skylights. So here's a fun question. Can you walk on the skylights? No, you can't. Okay, so don't do that. Apparently that counts as a ledge. Some ventilation. Yep, just as boring as you would expect a roof to be. So that's fine. Also a wristwatch on the roof. Of course. So we never found the nurse's station. I think that's it. Did we not just clear the entire school? I mean, we didn't clear it, but I don't know where there would be. What is this? This is nothing. This is just outside. Maybe on a lower floor we missed a door somewhere. Maybe this chemical or this little... That's got to be a janitor's closet. It doesn't make sense that the chemical stores would be the nurse's station. They 100% mentioned a nurse's station in the PR. We didn't fully explore up here, I guess. Oh no, we did. We're just immediately forgetting tiles. Okay. That's interesting. It's only been like an hour since we were down there. I can't think of anywhere else there would have been. Or maybe on the ground floor we just missed something. Let's head back down anyway. We want to check out the kitchen a little more in depth. Yeah, I've already forgotten lots of these tiles. So dumb to forget tiles immediately like that. Okay. Thought it was here, but it must be over. Yeah, I'm not really afraid at this point. Got an apple, some orange soda. Irradiated pears. Spoon. Yeah, so tons of food here, which is, enough to hold us over. No pot items, which is a real problem. And then a pantry as well, which is great. This soy milk would be enough to quench our thirst and hunger for a day or so. All this frozen. Fruit juice is not frozen. Why would cola be frozen but fruit juice wouldn't be? But anyway, we hate fruit, so we can't eat that. No pots is the real main issue. Unless you can boil in these. Well, even if you could, you can't. Yeah, you can boil in them, but you can't use them. It's not the same as a pot. You can't activate it to heat up food. I mean, that's it, right? That's the school. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a teeny bit disappointed. The lab escape was a lot of fun for me. Then we did the Prison Island escape, which you should check out if you haven't watched it. It was a lot of fun. Also was pretty interesting to me. The school, not as much. This, honestly, maybe it's because I had no intention of playing this character for many episodes. Like, obviously, the availability of books and weapons and food is fantastic, but I'm just not that impressed with the school. It's a great place to go if you're, desperate for supplies or whatever, but it's just not super exciting to me. All this crap is frozen. And I just got to say again, I'm super disappointed to see how many house spawns there are on this map. It's really disappointing. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if we'll be back with more of this character, or if that's it. I don't know. Maybe we'll play for a little while. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just move on to another one of these scenario starts. Because again, my point was to check out the scenarios, not so much to play the character for a long time. So I don't know. Maybe we'll come back. We'll do them all or something. I don't know. Stay tuned to the channel though, because I definitely am going to continue making videos, and you definitely should keep watching them. If you enjoyed this series, if you enjoyed the couple of episodes we've spent in the school, maybe leave me a comment, maybe click that like button, maybe consider subscribing. If you hated this content, you should subscribe anyway, because it'll be ironic and I'll know, and it'll be fine. So for now, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.